both patient and disgusted. Somewhere out there, something adjusted to stand. Chapter 3. Footfalls that do not belong. Morning scabbed over the dark like a bruise. We climbed the tower because we said we would. The stairs confessed each footstep with a scream of old nails. At the top, a hatch coughed up a room pure of anything except light and scraps of weathered maps. Theo ran the camera along a dead radio. Lynn found a logbook with entries that ended before I was born. The final page had a scrawl that started straight and derailed into a tear. Felix hooked the ring over a nail as if to prove a point. The nail tore free. The ring thudded through a map, and the tower shuddered in a way that suggested regret. Mara said she'd go down first to make coffee. Her boots framed the steps for a second, then slipped away. In the next breath, her voice reached us from below, but not from the bottom, from the meadow. "Guys," she called too calmly, "did one of you mess with the tents?" We hadn't. From above, I saw the zipper teeth on her tent pulled so far back they looked dislocated. The coolers have been set in a circle. Our bags have been emptied, not dumped but arranged in a spiral like the ear of a giant listening flower. In the center, the ring's cable lay coiled as a question mark. We went down fast. Too fast with stairs. The tower is a machine that punishes haste. And by the time my boots hit dirt, my lungs were a forge. The meadow had a new trail cinched into it. A narrow line pressed by weight, not by wheels, too even, too calm. "What animal?" Theo asked. Lynn swallowed. "Something bipedal. Heel to toe. Too heavy to be deer. Not a bear." She looked at me to see what the man in the group would say. I shrugged, because I had run out of jokes years ago and had never learned a new language for terror. We followed the trail into the pines, a procession of people pretending not to be a procession. The line led to a stump too black for this century. On top of the stump was a cairn of river stones, carefully balanced. At its base, there was a squarish impression in the ash with 4 holes punched neat into its corners, as if something had once been bolted there. Lynn touched the holes like someone reading Braille. "Mounting plate," she said. Something was taken. Behind us, the ring thumped in the meadow where Felix had dropped it. It hadn't rolled. It hadn't bounced. It had been lifted and set down. The sound was motion. The sound was punctuation. That was when the forest tried out a sound it had not made for us yet. A step, long, then long again, as if the earth itself practiced walking. It halted where we had camped, took the measure of our circle, and then continued toward where we stood breathing on a stump that had held a memory as if it were a lock. Mara whispered, "We need to go." The meadow, the tower, 3 breaths away. We did not move. When you know your prey, your bones remember an older animal that learned stillness before it learned speed.